Hey sleepers, so I decided from last video that I wanted to react to another one because why not? But we're gonna watch a Tinder horror story now. And I'm watching 3 unnerving Tinder horror stories animated by MJV Animations. Go check them out. I'm just a reactor, give them support. So, and I'm watching the second one by the way. And seems interesting. You guys, I hope you're watching this at nighttime because I did not watch this at nighttime to be scared by myself. But anyways, let's get into it.
I'm a 26-year-old female, and at the time I was 23 and in college. I used Tinder throughout the second half of my college years. I wasn't exactly looking for a long-term relationship, but I also wasn't entirely avoiding it either. If things seemed more serious, then I'd try. Otherwise, we'd just have some fun and move on. After school on Friday, I went back to my dorm and sat in bed, swiping left and
I'm just playing.
right on the app. I was hoping to have something to do over the weekend. After some time, one of the guys responded. We talked it up for an hour or so, then he asked me out on a date for Sunday night. I agreed, though it was rather quick to ask me out.
Are you okay in the head? Like, I know you're excited and you want to date, but have you seen what this guy's looks like picture? That ain't gonna make sense. Have you seen this guy's picture or even called him to see what his voice looked like? Like, how do you know this is not a scam? Like, this is what I get. Like, online is like scary because you don't know if this is a real person or not. Like, so I would even go on the date if it's just texting alone. He didn't send a picture or wouldn't even call or whatnot. Like, maybe FaceTime, but even FaceTime sketchy. Like, I never trust things online because everything is possible online. Like, have you seen AI? People have been faking voices and stuff. Like, it's scary. And it's like, you would think, oh, it's real. He showed me a picture. Or we FaceTime before. Like, no. Like, people are really smart with these days.
We texted for a while longer, mostly about school and hobbies. He said he went to the same school as me, but was in the dorm building on the opposite side of the campus. Anyway, on Saturday we texted back and forth a few more times, and come Sunday, I met him at a popular restaurant not far from the campus. Over dinner, he didn't strike me as anything but a normal person. So normal that he was almost a little boring. I found him attractive though, and thought he was maybe holding back on a lot due to just meeting me. Once we finished, we went outside and set another date for the next week. As I said goodbye and started walking away, he asked me if I needed a ride home. Living in the dorms at the campus, I didn't have a car, so I just walked everywhere, including the restaurant. I was surprised he even had a car, since he lived at the school as well. But I was even more surprised that he offered me a ride. It seemed like he was trying to make his move for tonight, which I wasn't expecting. But seeing as I enjoyed my time with him, and he was just like any other guy, I took him up on the offer. The campus was a 25-minute walk away, so if nothing else, at least I'd be back sooner. He showed me over to his car, which was just an older black Honda SUV. I got into the passenger seat and he started driving.
Why aren't you in the front?
As soon as we were on the road, things started to get awkward. I tried making small talk, but he wasn't really responding, so I sat.
That's a red flag. Like, imagine making small, like, first of all, you're in the passenger seat, like, what? Like, why aren't you in the front so you can be face to face so it can be less awkward? Like, imagine making small, like, how's your day? Crickets, bro. Crickets. Like, imagine, like, or, what did you eat today? Like, that, like, bro. It's either he's trying to get something, or he's trying to do something else.
Back and neither of us talked. After a few minutes, he took a left turn. The campus was to the right, in the complete.
I don't give a fuck. That left turn, when we're slowing down, I'm hopping out the car, bro. I'm hopping the fuck out of the car. Because I'm not running out when it's speed, because that's dangerous. But if you know how like you slow down and turn, yeah, I'm getting out and I'm running the opposite direction as fast as, I mean, he has a car, but like, bro, I'm running so fast. So fast. Turning to Usain Bolt! Usain Bolt!
He didn't respond. I didn't know what else to ask. I told him to let me out of the car in one last effort to get out of the situation without anything escalating. He still didn't respond.
I would say I'm punching him, but then that would just get us in a car crash. Risk us, but like, I don't even know what to do in this situation because we're in a fast-moving vehicle.
The further out he drove, the more remote the area became. My head was aching from the fear of getting too far out to be able to find any way out of this. I still had my phone in my pocket, which I knew he was going to take as soon as we stopped wherever he was taking me. My plan, and really my only plan, was to try to take out my phone as quickly as possible and dial 911 before he would have time to react. I waited until he started making a turn, and right when he looked the other way, I pulled my phone out and with shaky hands dialed 911. He noticed immediately.
Sorry guys, had to take a shower. Awkward.
He noticed immediately, trying to grab my phone mid-turn and jerking the car. I was able to keep myself away from grasp while the phone rang, and as soon as I heard a voice on the other side, I yelled for help, saying the street names and direction we were going. The man was still fighting me for my phone, hitting me and pulling me toward him. In the midst of the fight, he lost control of the car and ran off the road straight into a speed limit sign. I was dizzy and my vision was blurry, probably from a concussion, but I could hear the operator on the phone talking from somewhere under my seat. I almost forgot the situation I was in, but once it came back to me, I immediately looked over. The windshield was shattered and the airbags were out, but the man I was with was gone. I tried to see out the windows, but he was nowhere. I didn't even remember seeing the windshield shatter or the airbags go off, so I might have even been unconscious for a few seconds or minutes without knowing it. I searched for my phone, telling the operator what happened and that I was okay. Officers came soon after. I had no lasting injuries, just some pains around my body. But what hurts the most is that I was so sure they would catch the man, having his name, description, and license plate. But I was wrong. The car was stolen the day before, which was probably why he abandoned it after the crash. His name was likely fake, although it was a really generic name anyway, and his Tinder account was removed. So, all they have is a description of what he looked like. I should have been more careful, and I definitely have been ever since. What he planned on doing with me is something too awful for me to even think about. I just really hope that he's not out there trying to do the same thing to someone else.
Well, guys, life lesson learned. Never ever on a date unless you know who you're dealing with. And if they give you a ride, just decline it. First time things, like, unless you knew the person in real life and you like met up with them like technically online, or if it's your friend giving you a ride, then sure. But like, even if, you can never trust people. So that was it for today's video. Life lesson: never trust people online.